Come on, set. 15, line it. 15, line. Quick. No. Rock it. Hey, wahoo! Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
We got four.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The connection made. It's Graham. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Ready, lady. It's a party now. Move on the heart. Ready, move. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 9 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
21. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Quick dash. Go, go. Shit.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I got you. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Golladay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. After one, it's 9-0.
Hey, look,
Stafford on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, it's Stafford. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Minshew throwing on third down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And running with power here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Go!
Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Watch twins. Middle. Watch twins. 21. Twins.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Hey, high 7.
On third down, Stafford. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So third and long, here's Minshew, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Check that 6-6. Pull it high.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Monday.
To the air again, Stafford. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he can put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And here now is the Jaguars' all-time leading scorer in another uniform. He had over 1,000 points with the Jags, Josh Scobie. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Delta. Hey, Sam off.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check, Bristol, Travis. Check, hot. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Out. Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on third down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Stafford now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 5-0.
Throwing again. Stafford. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And that'll set him back 5.
Let's go, baby.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing again at Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Peyton Barber was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first throw for the backup Foles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
About guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Jones has it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, 22! He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Bang, bang.
Topper!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will stretch the lead.
I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Check it, 32.
Throwing is Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw it. Minshew throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Minshew sets to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, foxtrot. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Caught here by Conley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Stafford now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. The first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Hey, Charlie.
Minshew throwing on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
On fourth down, Minshew. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Hey, lock it.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all